This is co-creating at its best. You will feel it as we move along through the days that we are together, because who you are is always expanding and evolving and changing. But these days on these seas will surprise and delight you in new ways. New environments give you new perspectives, and new perspectives cause new desires, because new perspectives almost always contain new contrast. So as new desires happen within you, and your vibrational reality expands as a result of it, your asking expands as a result of it, your summoning of answers and solutions happens. And then when you are in the receiving mode, then you get to feel the expansion actually happening within your being. It's a visceral experience. It's a feeling experience as new energies move through you in new ways, because you've asked new questions and you found a new level of letting it in. And as a result, you're going to feel real good. And as another result, you will feel the momentum of your experience picking up. And as another result, you will see manifestations, some of them that may have felt log-jammed or stifled or slowed down, will begin to pick up speed, and you will be a physical witness to your own deliberate creating. And there is not anything that is better than that. You are source energy beings in these magnificent bodies, but you usually don't know that you are, and you usually don't act like you are. You usually behave like humans, thinking that you are cut off from that source when you are not, sometimes thinking that source is not hearing you when it always is. And so as we are moving forward in these hours and days that we will share together, it is our expectation that you will find a new level of appreciating yourself, that you will come to realize the perfection, not the finished perfection, but the current perfection of who you are. You're going to discover a way to more effectively and more consciously strike a balance between who you are in your physical body and who you are as non-physical energies, because you are both, you see, you know, you are both. You are an extension of source energy, but you are not an extension that is separated from that source energy. You are an extension of that source energy. And that source energy is flowing to you and through you. It is a part of you. So you, pioneers that you are, out here on this leading edge, you are exploring and examining and coming to new understandings of what you personally desire, just like you knew you would. And as that desire hatches within you, you begin a whole new summoning process, because after all, you live in a universe that is based upon attraction. And so as you find something new that you are asking for, you begin a summoning process that feels different to you. And it feels different to you depending upon what your belief factor is in relationship to what you are newly summoning. Once you get practiced at this, and once you understand that you can be or do or have anything that you desire, then when you summon, you automatically allow, because your belief is right there. You know who you are, and you expect good things to come, and you know the power of your own mind, and you know the laws of the universe, and you expect source energy to reply to you, and you expect through your own power of attraction, you expect to get the things that you are asking for. And in an environment like this, where there is so much that puts you in a place of ease and feeling good, not everything, you'll still have contrast. In fact, in some cases, maybe even more contrast, because it is new to you. But as you settle in to realizing that all things wanted are being answered, and you stand more and more in an expectation of witnessing the evolution of your desire. Oh, those are really good words that Esther found in response to our vibrational offering. You will witness the evolution of your own desire. And it's so important that you understand that when you ask, it is given. But there is a balancing act that you are accomplishing, because it's not just asking with words, and it's not just asking with life experience. It's contouring your expectation so that you let what you have asked for in, which means so that you find yourself in a place where you are perceptually aware of what's going on around you, but even more, you are viscerally aware of what you are doing vibrationally. You figured out, and we'll talk about it, how to balance the energy between your desire and your belief. Because if you desire something that you doubt, there's no balancing going on. If you desire something that you are annoyed because it has not yet come, there's no balance in your vibration. And so the attraction that you are about is a lopsided, not working very well for you attraction, because only half of it is there. You want it, but you don't believe it. So if you want something and you don't believe, you're calling it and pushing it away at the same time. That's what causes stress and tension. That's what every negative emotion is about. In these days that we are together, it is our desire that you figure out, and we'll talk until you do, that you figure out how to balance your desire and your belief so that you come to expectation of what you are asking for. So that you come to realize consciously that you are a powerful creator here with magnificent intent and purpose, with so many resources at your fingertips and so much non-physical assistance flowing to you. Sometimes it's like you have your shield up, a sort of umbrella of sorts that is keeping you from receiving the very thing that you're asking for. Sometimes you think that when you've asked for it, that it should just drop right into your experience. I want it, boom, there it is. And we say, not as much fun in that as you think. You just think that there is fun in that because you have been annoyed at the long lag time between asking and receiving. But you do not have to develop patience once you get the hang of this. Instead, you will find yourself enjoying the unfolding of your desire. You will find yourself enjoying witnessing your receptivity, witnessing your receiving the thought, witnessing receiving an impulse, witnessing being wise enough to follow that impulse, and then witnessing a positive result of following that impulse. You're going to feel like you have your own hands in your own clay, because you do. But you're going to be pleased with what you're molding. You're going to be pleased, yes, with the outcome. Yes, with the physical manifestation. Yes, that is sure to come. We're not trying to talk you out of your physical manifestations, but we want to talk you into a happy journey along the way. We want you to feel the exhilaration of being ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. And we want you to revel in your newfound everyday capacity to be ready for more. We want you to realize that anything you desire is already coming to you. Attraction is what this is all about. Attraction, there is no assertion. But you see, a really wonderful thing is happening for you. A really, really, really wonderful thing is happening for you. Such a wonderful thing is happening for you, because you are here in these bodies, but you're not here only as you, as your human self. Your inner being, your source energy is here with you, flowing to you and through you, and is a big part. We want you to hear this. We've not said this to you before, but it's time for you to know this, to understand this, and to expect good things as a result of your knowing of it. Your inner being has a point of attraction too. Your inner being has a point of attraction too. And while your inner being cannot throw something to you, your inner being cannot assert something into your experience, when you ask for it, your inner being, who is a part of you, can hold the knowing of what you're asking for in such clear awareness that your point of attraction becomes more vivid and more powerful because you have asked. Do you get that? Did you hear what we just said? So now what that means is, now that you've asked and your inner being is holding vibrational awareness of what you want, and law of attraction is responding to the attraction that your inner being has going on. Now, a really interesting thing is happening to you, because you're summoning and your inner being is summoning too, but you have your own free will of your own free thoughts, and you can think thoughts that block that if you choose to. Now, most of you would say, I would never do that, even though you do it every day, because every subject is really two subjects. And sometimes you think you're thinking about the money that you desire when you're focused upon not enough of it. Or you think about the lover that you are summoning, but you're focused upon the absence of that lover. In other words, sometimes you are thinking thoughts, you, human adorable, human you're thinking thoughts that are vibrationally inconsistent or vibrationally resistant to what you have asked for and what is being summoned to you by that larger part of you. You understand that in a new way just now, don't you? Don't you? We can start over. So now your inner being is on the case. Now your inner being is holding vibrational accord with what you're asking for. And now your work is so simple. Your work is just to think thoughts that match the desire rather than its absence, to say words that match the desire rather than its absence, to tell the story of what you are creating rather than the story of the reason of why you are creating it. As you stand in justification of why you need that, you block it. And every time you block it, you ask for it in a stronger way. So the point of attraction of your inner being summons energy to it more, but if you block it, you feel worse and worse. And a sort of tension sets up within you that you describe as negative emotion. Negative emotion is your clue or your key that you are doing what we just described. Because it is always true. When you ask, it is always given. When you ask, it is always given. The question that we want you to discover the answer to in the days that we are together is that when you ask and it is given, what are you doing about it? Are you receiving it or are you blocking it with your awareness of the current reality that doesn't contain it? That's what trips you up the most, you know. You are focused upon what you think is what is. So if you ask for something that you think isn't, and your awareness is that it isn't rather than it is, as you focus upon the isn't-ness of what we know as the isness, then you block it. You don't let it come. And then you complain, this isn't working for me, when it is. It always is. So, as a result of our time together, you'll do less of that from now on. It really helps to understand the laws of the universe. It really helps to know that law of attraction is responding to your thought. Law of attraction is responding to you. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. You strike balance sometimes with things you don't even want, just by giving so much attention to them. So, as a result of our time together, you're going to be clearer about who you are. And as a result of every day's life adventure, you're going to become clearer about what you prefer. And as you integrate your knowledge of the laws of the universe with your personal desires that are born from your magnificent journey in this life experience, then the perfect co-creative experience ensues. And we are eager about what you're living. We are eager about what's coming to you and through you. We appreciate more than you can hear with these words your willingness to participate not just in this gathering, but in the gathering of life experience. It's such a nice thing to be on the leading edge where all that is flowing forward into new experience.